I liked it better when I was feared and hated.
The first installment of Wednesday Season 2 finally arrived on Netflix, and the episodes brought new dark mysteries, a bunch of twists, plus some epic action and drama. In this video, I'll break down all the Easter eggs and hidden references you probably missed. But if you haven't watched the new episodes yet, this video isn't for you as it's packed with massive spoilers. The first episode opens with Wednesday trying to master her psychic abilities. As she performs a spell over Goody's Book of Spells, you can notice that she's holding a pendant. Later in the series, it's the very object she uses to trigger her visions of past events, hinting early on at its deeper connection to her powers. The next scene flashes back to Wednesday's childhood memory. In the present, when she sets out to track down the infamous Kansas serial killer, she retrieves a unique bowling ball from the police evidence box. This quirky detail isn't random. The ball once belonged to Scalper's 11th victim. Even more interesting, the bowling alley scene was filmed in the show's own production office, and the entire setup is a clever nod to the Big Lebowski movie, adding a layer of dark humor and cinematic homage for fans who catch the reference.
Woo! You got a day Wednesday, baby!
At Heathrow Airport TSA,
Can we get a bag check over here?
the officer checking Wednesday's bag is played by Alfred Goff, who's one of the showrunners. Throughout the season, Wednesday sheds black tears whenever she pushes deeper into her visions. This eerie visual was the producer's way of showing that Wednesday was experiencing a glitch in her powers. Interestingly, the original concept involved black veins spreading across her face, but the team ultimately chose the more subtle and haunting image of inky tears to convey her psychic strain.
It's nothing.
In the serial killer's basement, the dolls are dressed in the exact same outfits worn by the victims shown on the investigation board. It's a disturbing visual clue tying the killer's obsession to his victims. It's revealed that Uncle Fester has been on the run, using 33 driver's licenses and 18 passports. What makes this detail extra fun is that Fred Armisen, the actor who plays Fester, actually posed for every single one of those IDs. Additionally, the actor actually shaved his head for Fester's bald look.
Xavier's not coming back this year?
We learn that Xavier's father, Vincent Thorpe, once chaired the Gala fundraising committee.
But after Xavier was falsely accused of murder, he pulled his son and his endowment from Nevermore.
This storyline quietly addresses Percy Hines White's departure from the series following a real-life sexual assault allegation made against him in January 2023.
Goodbye, Xavier.
Xavier is mentioned again when he sends Wednesday a handmade piece of art.
From Xavier. Consider this my goodbye gift. The image suddenly flashed in my head. Don't ask me how I know.
Principal Barry Dort's entire look, including his wig, was based on the legendary American writer Edgar Allan Poe. There's even a framed portrait of Edgar in the principal's office.
This thing's gonna work, right?
Again, during preparations for the school's bonfire event, Dort has the students build a towering wooden sculpture in the shape of a flying raven. This striking structure is a direct nod to Poe's most famous poem, The Raven. If you look closely at the students' uniforms at Nevermore Academy, you'll notice small sigils. These actually represent their respective dormitories. The dormitory names are subtle nods to famous characters from Shakespeare's plays, each reflecting traits that align with the students who reside there. Wednesday and Enid live in Ophelia. Ophelia is a tragic character in Hamlet, known for her fragile mental state and eventual descent into madness and death.
Caliban Hall.
Pugsley and Eugene live in Caliban Hall, named after Caliban, a wild, misunderstood creature in The Tempest, which is often portrayed as monstrous, but also deeply connected to nature and magic. Thisbe Hall and Puck Hall are both references to A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Give us a few words of inspiration.
Season 2 draws inspiration from different classic films. Pugsley Adams goes to the Skull Tree and accidentally resurrects a flesh-eating zombie using a jolt of electricity to bring the creature to life, which he later affectionately names Slurp. This entire sequence is a direct homage to the 1931 horror classic Frankenstein, directed by James Whale. In that film, Dr. Frankenstein famously uses a massive lightning bolt to reanimate a corpse.
He's alive. Oh, he's alive.
But Slurp's behavior, design, and appetite for human flesh were inspired by the zombies in the 1968 film Night of the Living Dead.
Nothing stirs the senses like a funerary urn.
Wednesday's grandmother, Hester Frump, has a strikingly bold look, and it's no coincidence. Her style, particularly her dramatic two-toned hair, is heavily inspired by avant-garde English fashion icon Daphne Guinness, known for blending aristocratic elegance with gothic couture. While Wednesday is set in a fictional world, Season 2 was filmed in real, hauntingly beautiful locations around Dublin, Ireland. One standout is the Gothic-style Charleville Castle, which was used for some of Nevermore Academy's interior corridors. Camp Jericho set was built in County Wicklow, capturing Powerscourt Waterfall, a striking location also used in Vikings, Valhalla. Morticia's new home is Rotwood Cottage. The house served as the staff residence of Marilyn Thornhill until she was unmasked and imprisoned. But what's more intriguing is that the name of the house is likely connected to Lady Gaga's upcoming role. She will be playing a character named Rosalind Rotwood, who Netflix described as a legendary Nevermore teacher who crosses paths with Wednesday. She presumably lived in the cottage while working as a teacher, but has since left Nevermore. Building this house took around 9 weeks, and so much attention was put in to reference the Addams Family themes and visual cues. In episode 1, the interior of the house is in light oak, and the environment is very pink and very fluffy, full of chintz and doilies, because Marilyn's been living here. Then, it goes dark when it becomes the Addams Family sort of world. The whole interior feel of the cottage was inspired by a long ago picture of the Addams Family house and the TV show in the 1960s, which was actually completely full of pinks and pale greens on set, though it was only black and white when it went to screen. Later during filming, the production team manipulated the same design to make it much darker toned, with the blacks and the reds so that it almost changed its color overnight after the Addams stay. You can spot Addams Family's shrunken head decors. One is of Gomez Addams. It's been revealed actor Luis Guzman was scanned to acquire his true likeness for the decor. Wednesday's attic bedroom features references to Charles Addams's original cartoons that were featured in the New Yorker magazine. One is a drawing of an octopus, and another one is a mural of a dinosaur.
Miss Capri, the new head of music.
Miss Isadora Capri's appearance and style are inspired by English singer Florence Welch. When Wednesday searches for Enid and Bruno, she's trailed by a mysterious figure in a red cape and mask. This is a nod to Edgar Allan Poe's short story, The Mask of the Red Death, in which a spectral figure in a blood-splattered robe and a grotesque mask stalks the protagonist. In the opening of episode 3, Morticia and Gomez share a passionate tango, a signature flourish carried over from the 1960s series and revived in the 1990s films, keeping their iconic romance alive across every era of the Addams Family. When Wednesday figures out she has to join the school camping trip to be able to get possible clues for her case, the setup mirrors the 1993 Addams Family values, where Wednesday and Pugsley were reluctantly shipped off to an outdoor summer camp, capturing that same mix of discomfort. At Camp Jericho, the troop of Boy Scouts who crashed the trip are dressed in outfits reminiscent of the counselors' uniforms at Camp Chippewa in Addams Family Values, a subtle costume nod to the film's overzealous camp staff. In one of the final scenes, Slurp the zombie appears even more human-like after consuming more flesh. He finds Dr. Fairburn with Augustus Stonehurst and attacks Fairburn. But when he turns to Augustus, there's a flicker of recognition. Slurp then growls his first words. Earlier episodes reveal that Augustus was once a normie head doctor at Willow Hill, and had also taught science at Nevermore, where Slurp had been the star science student, hinting that the two shared a close history long before Slurp's death. That's all the Easter eggs and hidden details we spotted in Wednesday Season 2, but we're sure there are more out there. If you notice something we missed, drop it in the comments below, and let's keep the spooky sleuthing going. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more Wednesday content coming your way.
Go back home.
I'm afraid her mind is made up.